Hello, lurkers, and hello, all you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity, and welcome to my ghost trick phantom detective. There we go. Your voices are back now. First try. Introduction whiz. That's what they call me. Not to my face very often, but I suspect it's there as a nickname in the background. Let us continue our ghost trick phantom detective adventure with that red D. Is anyone here new to ghost trick phantom detective? Because we're on chapter 14. It is a visual novel, although it is the least embarrassing. It's not, well, I say least embarrassing. That implies some amount of embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It has nothing. There's nothing so far that somebody could walk in and I'd be embarrassed to have on the screen. It's quite rare for a visual novel. This is a puzzle visual novel. We'll start from here anyway. The premise is actually reasonably easy to explain as well. I'm going to read this bit first, though. Temsik Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Okay, so the premise of this game, let us hide these, is that dude there, whose name escapes me right now, he's dead. He died. We don't know how he died. We think he was murdered. But as a ghost, another ghost was like, hey, you have ghost powers. You can move objects a small distance, and also you can speak with recently deceased. Oh, and also you can rewind time for 5 minutes. You can use this array of powers to stop people from dying. You see, by making elaborate Rube Goldberg machines, you can undo the deaths of people and hopefully try and figure out the mystery of what the heck is going on. We're quite late in, so we're going to immediately reveal that mystery. Here is above us is a cab, is a police lady who we think might have shot us, but she's also investigating events. There's another police officer right there. He's on the very end, and of course this is Missile, who's a very good boy. Missile does also die. Both of those, multiple people die in this game. Obviously, you get to talk to them as ghosts, and we get to bring them back. But when dogs die, they can understand human language. So, he didn't quite get the context of everything that's going on, but he was still a very good boy. But anyway, we undid that death. The implication is that there's another ghost going around who has other powers, who is the villain of this game. But so each level is essentially a set piece. We have to use the telephone to get to other dead bodies, because we have to be around for the phone calls and stuff like that. And then we manage to undo the deaths, and we make a new timeline. It is a wild game. Let's bring back this. We don't necessarily need the title up right now, but we're playing on a DS, a real DS. I'm totally not emulating it. How would you even record that? It would look awful. It'd be video cam footage, I expect. There have been some kidnappers. They accidentally kidnapped the wrong little lady because they happen to be next door neighbours, and we happen to know everyone involved. I do have a DS. It's somewhere, but I have no idea how I would go about streaming that. So I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead. But what did she find? Trick time. So at one point we had to save somebody from death row, and all the people in that prison had committed crimes that were physically impossible because they knew information that was not available to the public. And so, like, that's how all the ghost crimes were found out. There's some chicken. Where are we? Where are we at the phone? Let's turn on here. We're currently on the phone. We can, if we want, use the phone to move to other places as everyone goes along. But as in ghost mode, we can jump to places like this leaflet or this suitcase. Ooh, ah. What's he doing out here? He's having a whale of a time. He should have the voice of Chris Pratt. The food will not end. If the food delivery is a little late, la la la. And that's, I shouldn't have said that. A little late. It's already ice cold. Why did he continue without me? Oh, he's too busy. He's too busy. He's what's that called? A swing. He's swinging on the swing. He's doing swing. Let's open this box up. We can't open the box up, but we need him to be a little bit closer to us. Let's. Does he get? Come on. There we go. Now we shall swing harder. And we'll use it to jump onto this basketball, onto this globetrotter, onto the boot. Hang on. We'll probably want to spin this, but I'll investigate up here. Another leaflet. Another leaflet. What's this? I can rustle this love letter. It's a very interesting game. I don't know if I want that to be further away or not. We shall. What's this? We'll close the umbrella. Oh, yes, of course. We shall open the umbrella. Okay, well, we'll come back to the umbrella. Let's spin this. Okay, that gets us to here. And because she died before and has come back to life, I can still talk to her. Oh, so you are there, Sissel. From your dejected expression... Sorry, I've not spoken today. That's a lie, I was in the office, I've spoken to loads of people. I've just forgotten how to in the last 2 hours or something, I don't know. You didn't find what you were looking for. Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead, something horrible. Horrible? What is it? It's imperative that I complete this reasonably quickly, because they are re-releasing this game, because I'm cursed, and if I play enough old games, they all become re-released. So I'm doing a public service by playing all these old games. Let's move the camera down a little. The fuck is that? I've seen that. What is it? Is it just an owl? I think it's something there in the grass. You better see for yourself. Is that a... It looks like a dead body. Oh, my word. What a we happen to have the exact series of powers that would allow us to take advantage of this situation. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we've found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. The oil drum. Mascot. Okay, I've seen... Is it like a not a Dakamura? That's something. That's like a body pillow or something. What's this called? I've seen this. Yeah, definitely don't get those words confused. You know what? It's going to annoy me, so I'm going to look up on the internet. What's the owl Japanese statue called? No, it's not that thing. Okay, I'm gonna look up Mario Owl. It's not... You know what? I immediately give up on this premise. I swear I've seen it before. But, let's not dwell for the time being. It's been about... There's like... You get used to the, consistent imagery in these games. Like, I still don't know enough about Shintoism to know why all those, arches are there. Or why they have, like, tiny dioramas of the shrines in the shrines. But I do now know, you know, and the ropes and the folded paper. Like, I associate them all together like that. And so you pick up little bits and pieces. So, but this reminds me of something, and I don't... It might just be owls. It just might be a statue of an owl. Oh yeah, we need to talk to this dead body. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name? My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracts with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. A knight is no younger... Pardon? A knight is no longer young. Well, and no younger long? As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. We are free. No, don't do that. Look, I don't have enough time to get involved with your way of life, but I'm interested in your way of death. I'd like... was the situation suitable for maybe not, but you saw the opportunity and you took it. So let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. We're in Temsik Park. Oh, it's one of the assassins. And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay. And what does this have to do with the Rock of Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the fourth leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the bathroom. Ah! I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there! I've located the target beauty, a girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Sorry, I hurt my throat this morning. But I don't know if you've ever seen The Mighty Boosh, or know who Julian Barrett is, but he looks just like this. Oh, it's because they're kidnapping somebody. They think she's the daughter of somebody in the police. Let's see if I can get the accent right. He won't have it. This is in America, so he won't have a Cockney accent. But I'm going to do it anyway. Ah, the music box. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. He's not that short, but he does have this chin. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? I can't do an eek noise. Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Ha! Ah. What in the world just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temsik Park. Forget about the name of the big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the rock of the gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you and said... Yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Okay. Owl, mischief. Owl, god of mischief. Velez. Anime. No. Velez. Owl. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not seeing it, but I'm seeing lots of pictures of owls, which I am enjoying. Okay, enough of that. Statue. No. Oh, I can't find it. Okay, one day I'll figure out. Yes. A veritable part... Hang on, let me try that again. A veritable... Okay, I remember the word, and when I say the word veritable, I lose the word. A veritable parliament of owls. Thank you very much. There we go. Successfully quoted REM. Was it the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? That's the name of the game! I have sung that. That's the end of the world as we know it. It's one of the lines of a parliament. Is it? Hang on. I might be thinking of something else. John, you're playing a game. Right, I'm just looking up some lyrics. It's not... No, What am I thinking of? Okay, I am now just reading lyrics on the side of the screen. He says the one word 3 times, I swear. Where is it? It's not Parliament either. A tournament of lies. Yeah, for some reason I decided to say a parliament of owls in the same way that REM says a tournament of lies. I don't know the actual connection, it's just my brain made that connection. There we go. That's great. Learning that song was incredibly difficult. We only did it once because my band really did not like me just having the lyrics out. Oh god, it was a ghost trick. But nah, couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in mid-air. Okay, I made myself a cup of tea. This cup of tea does not count as side activity. Cup of tea is the main activity. But it did have like... It was a bit bitty, the milk. So it's probably the last day of this milk. Sometimes when it's off, it feels overly sweet. I'm not really sure. It's fine. Gone off milk never hurt anyone, but you know, if it was that bad, I wouldn't have been able to get out of the bottle, like, without noticing. But yeah, gone off milk isn't terribly harmful. And yeah, even with my allergy cold, I can smell milk that shouldn't be drunk. But wait a minute. Yeah, I need to do the accent better. See, but yeah, I hurt my just the exact part of my neck I'd need to do his accent properly. But because if you know Mighty Boosh, because he doesn't have a Cockney accent, he's just it's just one of the common voices Julian Barrett can do. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? I bought backup milkshake as well. Oh, it's trick time. We have 4 minutes. Oh god, we've already took too much time. Look at that, there's another flame besides mine. Oh, so that's the flame of God, is it? No, it's because you have to... different things... because... yeah, you have to interact with different things in different moments. So it's less than we're being timed, and more that timing is important. That makes sense. But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yes, so. Oh, pardon me, but... are you a god? A Shinigami, possibly. I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that large lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That's probably that flame is doing. You know what? I was thinking of a tanuki, not an owl. Tanuki is not an owl, John. I'm just gonna confirm it. Tanuki statue. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Tanukis do kind of look like owls, but that's not... the statue kind of looks like it's not even a bird. It's because they've got the eyes and then they have the big area. I just was like, oh, a statue. I think I may have seen an owl statue as well somewhere. Anyway, we've solved a mystery. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. We have killed a couple of assassins by... like, when we save people's lives, we tend to accidentally kill the assassins in the process. I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. Trowel. What the? This person with much greater powers than me. It's... Missile? You! Hey! Yeah! I called it! Because Missile's her dog. Why did you kill the hippie? I'm letting the entire song play. Alright, let's continue. Oh my, it's... Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Camilla! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? Oh god! I'm glad you asked! After Miss Camilla went out and you left... I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it! And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. This isn't going to end well, is it? And then, here at the park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it. I barked and you bet I did. I went running after her too. Oh, hey. So we're going to have to say, but no way does this game end with Missile being dead. Then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor, poor Miss Camilla. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, so he did his own series of ghost tricks. Oh, what have I done? You killed the fucking dog, you dickhead. I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla? It's a Pomeranian. I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than anyone else could. And then I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. Yeah, this isn't the first time Missiles died. So... But slow down there. You went back, right back to 4 minutes before. I had to have somebody explain how the powers work. The little lady's deaf. You bet I did. Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Ah. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw towards the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Cecil. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Oh, we can go for... Oh, the dog... I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. And so you manipulated that Mino thing. Threw it aside. I'm just gonna look up Mino statue. And the word owl. That's fine. I've found mini statues of owls. You threw it aside. Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Cecil. You can't? Then how did you... I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. Ah, his ghost trick is to swap. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Swap things with the same shape. Go ahead and try it. Touch the swap button. Let me just... That's incredible! And so that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, isn't it? I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with exactly the same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Oh, so we want to move that to there. That's our trick. Hey, you're right. Mina could be swapped with that. Again, with that. Then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. It's a rugby ball, I think. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mina, or American football, sorry. So why didn't you swap a missile? Missile can't go that far. I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sizzle. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. I must admit it's a fascinating spectacle of death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. I bet there's something you could do now. Huh? If we work together, you and me, together. Sorry, I can't do it. Together. You and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anyone die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course. And then we... Naturally. So we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again. 4 minutes before. Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now on, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. Then you'll have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a... Oh, it is a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. Means I have to move it closer. Yeah, looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whatever you want me to use on my swap, you press that to do the swap. That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you touch the icon again, you can swap back. Control will come back to me. By the way, you can use... Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm good. Select. Trick time. Right, Missile. Your powers are key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you want to do that with anything. Probably the best thing to do is try a bunch of stuff. Okay. Nope. Okay, this thing has a big obvious shape. No, that's just the body. Cool. I'm not sure what I'm trying to achieve here. Oh, we can't get to the swing because it's too far away. Oh, but we can. Look at this funny flattened ball. Same shape as that horrible Mina, but it's too far away to swap from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to Mina. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. Okay. I have not yet. Let us open this. Oh, we can move it. It's too heavy, I can't move it very much. Maybe because of the swap I made. Guess the little ball is all the way I can handle. But he can't. I have to do that to get over there as well. Oh no, I don't. Hang on. I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. Boot. Are there any other boots? Okay, so this is square. Oh! We probably have spent too much time. What does this say? Think of my lightning past face. Wish you'd knock it off. That's what I think. Okay, so we have to slow him down. We don't have time to prepare. Stop him from running. Use playground equipment. The what? Seesaw, the swings, those things. Precisely. There's one more piece of equipment. Stop him with the equipment. Because now we have the... Go back to the beginning. Okay, the love letter is attached to the balloon, so it's a big, weird object. Sorry about all the trouble. If only my paw could reach a little further, I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped with the rugby ball in the tree nearby. We're going to do that together. Okay, but the first thing we're going to do is... I'm struggling to get him back over to the other side. Because I can spin that if I can figure out how to... to switch things again. We need the swing facing the other way. Okay. Okay. It's trowel shaped. It might just have to be later on in the process. Not sure what to do though. Why can't I? Oh, hang on, hang on. I can get him over there. What are you doing, John? Would you look at that? There's sure a lot of round things around here. Oh boy, that means it's time for me, right? Oh boy. My hair is also round. Let's see, to use this up. Yeah, I know. Let's be... Ah, damn. Fine. See, I was stuck on what the game considered to be the easy bit. I mean, that might do it, to be honest. I can't get over there. Oh, hang on, I can probably move again. You're too fast, you! Fine. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even a little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air for a while. Just might buy some time. Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like for 4 whole minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'll stand for it that long. The words, how do they work? But it stopped him from running for a while. Let's go do what we can while we have the chance. Well, that was so close. If it hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. This is all the umbrella can be used for. Knocking the rock ball down. Don't forget about my powers. Don't forget about my recklessness of youth. I can't even get there anymore. Oh, that's sneaky. Ball. Now it's different shape. Get out of the way, you. Did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? Yes, I really did. It sent that little ball flying, didn't it? Such a pity. Too bad he didn't have the rugby ball and knock it down. Maybe it's a little too late to do that. Wait a minute. Maybe we should try... Yes, yeah, I get it. We'll put the tyre there. Are we going to want the basketball or the tire? Because it was the baseball last time. Hang on. I'll be able to do it when he jumps on. Still don't know what this is for. Maybe we can catch the ball, I guess, Ghost. We'll put it open. Let's see if this is enough. The umbrella won't close, will it? The ball must be in the way. Oh well, I guess we don't have to close it. Oh, swap it for... Okay. What do I want to swap this ball with? One of the other balls, I expect. Yes! There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? With the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then from there you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? You bet! Hang on, why is this out of reach? Oh shit, didn't mean to make it smaller. Okay. Cancel. Where's the... Does it have to be in mid-air? Oh, it must have to be in mid-air. Oh, that's bloody... nerve-wracking. Let me press the button! No, let me press the button! Oh, he's gonna do it. Oh, thank you. Okay, watch me. Okay, it did it for me. Like, here I go. And the finishing touches. You can do a missile. Swap Mina with the ball. Okay, now I don't. Swap. Yay! There, how's that? My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Fate averted. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right, I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. I see. It's Missile's theme tune. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. I'm not... By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get to the present time, could you give it to her, please? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then. Back to the present. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Didn't listen to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry, I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright after all. After all, she has me! Oh, Lynn gets to talk to the dog. Miss, I like you in there. Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Miss Isle? Miss Lynn? No! Like a leaf in the wind? I'm going to leave it up to Miss Isle. Kind of looks like Miss Isle's being left up to the wind. Ooh. Welcome back. Everyone is alive, apart from Miss Isle, who's decided to stay dead for a while. I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park. The Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies, this is for you. Oh. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. Yeah, all the animations in this game are really good. What's the matter, cat? Got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Okay, there's a bit of anime in this game. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Are you talking about... What, I'm just going to a flashback somehow? Yeah, it's closed. In this park, gods surely control fate. Fate, I mean. 10 years ago from that day, we met once again. If it isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? It could just be a coincidence, but apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. Rock of the Gods? What is this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? It's Tenacious D, right? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Oh. Missile. That wasn't 10 years ago. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean dogs? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You're standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods. Temsik Park. The Rock of the Gods. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. Miracle. So this rock you've been talking about, is it a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky that day 10 years ago. 'Cause it's the pick. Yes, of course. Surely you all know about it. Me? 10 years ago. The day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek. They all say eek. Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back if you come any closer. I'll shoot her. Oh yeah, no, we know about this because she was raised by, yeah, this dude here. Because he was on death row. We had to save him from death row. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. So I should join the police. The tension was so thick, it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. That's not bluish white at all. It's brownish. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of these beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. "10 years ago. The little girl was but how you'd never fucking recognize a 10-year-old that you saw once. The little girl that was you. I know she has like anime red hair, but I'm assuming lots of people do. Was saved by the Rock of the Gods. It's kind of orangey red, but you know what I mean. Oh my, I can't believe it. I mean, literally this person has the same color hair, so. The Rock of the Gods, given the name Temsik. And still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. I can't remember what people I know looked like 10 years ago. Okay, maybe I can. But, like, you know what I mean. Too much red. There's too much red right now. I need some changes to blue. That might help. Green. Okay, there we go. It's Kismet backwards. I figured that out, but I never knew about this Temsik. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You see, you should have been a meteorologist instead of a police lady. You were very young then. And you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. Is it? Huge incident like that would cause quite a stir. Oh yeah, I'm strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news. I don't know if a 10-year-old will have the wherewithal to associate, like, the news with something actually happening locally. I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. The meteorite was named Temsik after the name of the park. This park that it fell. Oh, hang on, the park's named after the meteorite that's named after the park. What are you doing? And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening, and they're talking about turning this park into a housing site. People need to live in places. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. Wow. So I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods, that is my mission. I see. Some very serious music is playing right now. Oh. I'm taking you with me, Miss Al. So, can we still use the magic trick? We'd be in the wrong place. The little girl wasn't aware of the meteorite, but I get that. But Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsik thing. And if he knew, and the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? The Rock of the Gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like ripples on a pond when a pebble dropped in, and the pond is all the people's lives. That's the metaphor we're going for. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain? That was a really terrible attempt to Fleetwood Mac, John. Of the mysteries before dawn. We have a Fleetwood Mac room at work. Hang on, what's it called again? Is it like the Fleetwood iMac? It's something like that. All the office rooms, all the meeting rooms are puns. I can't remember which one was my pun. One of them was, though. So the boss was like, John, we need puns. We need them fast. How fast? Not that fast, to be honest. We have a couple of days. Okay, I'll have several. Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there were a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything has been resolved, I wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanella, right? I don't know why everyone, insists on talking like that in anime. I do, because otherwise you have tiny mysteries by just not being accurate with how you talk. I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. Ah! See? He calls that a knack. It looks more like brute strength to me. There you are. You should find the scorch marks on the grip. Oh yeah, so he was arrested for murdering his wife, but he was actually covering for his daughter. But his daughter didn't do it either. His daughter set up a Rube Goldberg machine to make a lovely birthday cake surprise, but somebody had rewired it so it did a murder shoot instead. So he had to be like, well, she's not going to prison, so I am. So that's why he was on death row. But now they're like, oh, fuck, ghosts exist. This changes literally everything. Let's just concentrate on these few cases, though, and not worry about the implications too much. When Camilla built... Oh, yeah, it was Camilla, literally, the little girl. Built a contraption. She used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up an instant and disappears. Why would little Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind. And all that. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. How do you know? Who's talking right now? Oh, he's talking. Never mind. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the flame too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there, in that room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court. No, nobody brought up ghosts in court, strangely enough. And so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. Oh, it's going to be a hell of a reason. I want to be there when you explain this to other people. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of a little girl from 10 years ago. Oh yeah, because this guy died of heart attack. What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. Do you really think so? Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next, am I right? She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? You'll figure it out. We believe in you. You gotta express it that way. Ghosts, am I right? Cecil, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Oh yeah, it must have been on death row for ages. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight. I'm assuming he's one of the assassins and he just doesn't know. Oh yeah, we have no amnesia. I forgot to mention that. Because of my amnesia. I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives. I mean, he's released all the assassins are dressed up the same. Hang on, what the fuck happened to the assassin? What happened to the Cockney and the assassin? They were both in the last scene. Did they just walk away? We changed time and then the scene changed. We didn't get to see the ramifications. I come into the contact with a lot of people's lives, got involved in their fates. Now the only reason I was doing so is to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We've connected to each other somehow. I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions. In order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Oh yeah, who's painting him? I could ask any of these questions. Okay, just do that one. Cecil told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, looks like the manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Yeah, so the evil ghost can affect people. Ah! Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Oh. Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me too?
What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated too? Ah!
There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. Oh yeah, so you're supposed to not remember when you die and come back. So she's the first death. She gets assassinated immediately after this. So she doesn't remember killing us. The image of the one who shot me. But now I see a possibility of a new explanation. Because you see, the entire game is a series of events that are like connected to each other, like a Rube Goldberg machine, and they're all connected, and you have to jump between them, these kind of seemingly unrelated things, until you trigger, like just like how the levels work. But who is it? Why did they do it? Camilla's contraption. That contraption was the birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once because of that machine. Right, I knew it. Yeah, the entire bedroom is like set aside somewhere. See Detective Jowd?
No, I'm afraid I don't see.
I told Detective Jowd about it. I told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. One of the cool things this game does is because it's all like sliced. Sometimes you see levels and you can like see there's a level above, or you can see there's like a room next door. They're like, oh, we're clearly going to see it at some point, because ghosts can go through walls and stuff, but like it might not necessarily happen straight away.
It's very strange indeed. The junkyard on the edge of town. I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about the contraption.
You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is he? Temsik? Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsik. The meteorite that fell into the park 10 years ago, you were there!
So you found out about that, did you?
I heard that a meteorite saved little Lynn's life.
That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day.
But in that case, I don't get it. If that's true, why you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told... you see, nobody communicates, so I'm doing all the talking, and it's resolving everything. You told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you! What? But it was the meteorite. I'm assuming it's because of his, because he didn't do actions before that. Because you see, actions, there's always like a preceding event. It's like that's what the entire game is about, that everything has a thing that sets up the thing that sets up the thing.
I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away, no question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instance if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer.
Oh, never mind. That's not true. You got away on a technicality. It's fine. You're trying to save me.
Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it.
Huh? The truth about 10 years ago.
On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Oh, no, I was right, okay.
Another place?
Yes, that's when a place is in a different place than this place. There's multiple places. In the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped.
Wow, I didn't know anything about that.
Happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the case. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park.
I'm starting to think it might be Cabanella. Cabanella's been shown to be a goodie all this time. But, like, I don't know. Like, he's been put on the front cover. And, like, this is a mystery game, right? Which means you need a mystery villain. Cabanella essentially raised her when that guy went missing. Hang on, no, they weren't related. There's something like that. Like, it's that how God of War ends as well? I need to finish God of War. Hold it right there.
I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. At the time, I was young and green detective, brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic, got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault.
Detective Jowd.
All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn.
So the man who grabbed me died that day.
These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, I did forget. When my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way. I thought it was my fate, my punishment for what I'd done. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. And tonight, I finished my last portrait with a final face I wanted to remember. Green Smudge Man.
Right, he's going to need to stop talking soon. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute, and no longer, no less. Specifically a minute. I'm counting now. Wait that amount of time, then continue. 1, 2. Okay, fine. This can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. My God. How did they think they'd get away with that reveal twice? It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park at time? That's right. Face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose... The face of the man whose life I stole? Of the man who pronounced dead at the scene? But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Cecil for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man... What? By the way, the name that I know the man in the park by that day isn't Cecil. What? From the first minute, does he have a twin? I laid eyes on you tonight. I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Does he have an evil brother? Does he have an evil dead brother? Mr. Minister. Inspector Cabanero, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. Why are you telling us this? What are you talking about, Inspector? Oh, because they can... they're manipulating him. The ghosts, magic ghosts. Talk about Inspector Cabanella. And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? Our life is a life. Even if it is the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves. Okay, no, I don't think it's Cabanella. I now think he's got an evil brother. Hang on. You can't... Well, yeah, I think they're both assassins.
Once the criminal gets what punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately. Wait for our call.
What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on, Inspector Cabanella? The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people, the Fates, and started a chain of tragic events. There you go, chain. Like ghosts, and how they move. And even now the chain continues to grow even longer. I hope those are the correct notes. Inspector Cabanella's call, prove that to us. The greatest mystery of all has risen from the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I?
Who am I?
I'm even further from knowing than when I started.
No, it's objectively false. No, it's not. You're like 10 hours closer. You've only been making progress. You've not lost any.